everyone. Today our chapter is Mark 5. There's a lot in the chapter, but I chose to talk about the woman who had had the blood disorder for 12 years. So Jesus was on his way to heal the daughter of Jairus, and a crowd was pressing in on him. And the woman who had had the blood disorder for 12 years was pressing through the crowd because she thought to herself, if I could just touch the hem of his garment or his cloak, then I'll be healed. This woman had had this disorder for 12 years. She had spent all of her money on doctors, but she was only getting worse. Not only was she sick, but because of her illness, she would have been a social outcast and lived in poverty and social discrimination, not allowed to attend any of the religious services or any social events, totally isolated and desperate after 12 years. So she pushed through the crowd knowing that even if she touched other people, she would make them unclean, and even Jesus if she touched him. But she did it anyway out of her desperation. She touched Jesus' cloak, the hem of his garment. She knew the scripture from Malachi that talks about the healing is in his wings, and she knew those tassels represented a commitment and a life of holiness, which she would obviously been living a life of holiness. She had great faith. And when she touched the hem of his garment, Jesus knew that somebody had touched him because the power went out of him, and she was completely healed. And Jesus said, "Who touched me?" The woman was terrified because she was an outcast, and she wondered, what would they do to me if they find out that I touched Jesus' garment? But she finally fessed up and told Jesus the whole story, and he listened with compassion. And he said to her, "Daughter, your faith has healed you." He called her daughter and elevated her out of that position of an outcast into his own daughter. She was a woman who knew the scripture. She was a woman of great faith and a desperate woman after living for 12 years like that. So what does that say for us? I remember this song we sing on Sunday mornings. You were a healer then. You are a healer now. You are the same God. You are the same God. So it speaks to us that if we have faith and we believe in the word scripture, and we are in the scripture, and we know Jesus and know what he can do, and have that great faith, that we can also receive a healing from him. And I pray that for you today, whatever you're dealing with in your life. Thanks.